back to my channel. As you can tell, I'm no longer pregnant. This is my son Lewis. He's 6 days old, and I do apologise for not uploading on YouTube. I've had a rough delivery and pregnancy in the last month, to say the least. Let's just say I was in the very early labour stages for 4 weeks. It wasn't progressing at all. It's okay. Which I had a funny feeling that was going to happen. But we're back in action. Anyway, as you can tell by the title down below, this is a story time of my birth story. You might find it helpful or useful for those who went through the same, or is going through the same as I did. It was horrible, let's just say. But before I get into this video, if you like this video, smash the like button and make sure you press the subscribe button. But yeah, this is my little boy. He's going to start crying because I think he wants a nappy change, which I'm going to do now. But this is Lewis.
Hey Lewis, who's that?
If you like this video, smash the like button and make sure you press that subscribe button, because I will be a bit more active onto this channel as the weeks go by. Anyway, let's get on with the video. You saw what outlook. So when I went into labour with Lewis, it was on the 23rd of December at 2:15, and as I said at the beginning of this video, I was in the very early Latin labour stages for 3 to 4 weeks. The labour kept stalling, it was not progressing whatsoever, and I was quite worried at the fact that either the baby was too big and he couldn't fit it through my pelvis, or there was something wrong, and I kind of was right, wasn't I? Yeah, maybe he was right. So my waters broke on December the 23rd, on Friday, at 2:15 in the morning. I was unsure on what to do, so I rang the hospital. They advised me to stay at home, but then I told them I was experiencing mild back pain and low abdominal pain. Right there, that. Stretch, I think he's waking up. Low abdominal pain, so they said, come on in, we need to check you over, and I said, that's brilliant, absolutely fine. Bearing in mind, I opted for a home water bath. That went out the window, so that never happened whatsoever. But anyway, I went to the hospital, got there about 3:30 in the morning. The back pain went from mild to the worst back pain I've ever experienced. It felt like someone was hammering me in my back, like hammering a nail in my back. It was the most discomfort pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. They took a while to get some drugs in me because, like, the gas and air that they first tried. Hello, are you awake? The first, like, gas and air that they gave me, the nozzle kept coming off of its wire, so it didn't work. Took 2 paracetamol, didn't even touch it. I was screaming, I was swearing, I was effing and blinding. You name it, I said it, and I couldn't care less at that point because I was in so much pain with Lewis. It was unbearable, and the reason being, Lewis was back to back. So I spent the last nearly 27 hours in back-to-back labour with Lewis, and it was the most painful experience ever. They took me into this room, and I had to wait for nearly 2 hours for a doctor to come and inject me in my back with epidural. Bearing in mind there was only one doctor on that ward, just one. So the staffing experience at the Great Western Hospital was, it was diabolical. Once the epidural was in my back, I felt no pain for 19 hours, and then the epidural wore off. But when I got to 10 centimetre dilated and my cervix softened and it opened up, I tried to do a natural birth with Lewis, but that didn't succeed, unfortunately. We know the reason: he was too big. So a doctor came back in. The epidural worn off at that point. I had to wait for another 2 to 3 hours for a community doctor, because there was only one doctor on the ward, and that doctor was in emergency theatre at that point. So I had to wait for a community doctor to drive all the way down to the hospital to inject me with more epidural, because that really helped ease my back. But when the doctor came out from the theatre, she came in and explained that we might have to try forceps, and if the forceps doesn't work, then might have to do a cesarean. At that point, I couldn't care less. I wanted this pain to be over and done with, so I agreed to it, thinking that the forceps was going to work. So they took me into the theatre and tried forceps. By this point, I was drugged up with epidural, so I didn't feel any pain from my waist downwards. Legs were numb and everything else was numb. You okay, baby? It's okay. Hello. Hello. Hi. Good boy. At that point, he's getting fidgety. Hi, what's the matter? At that point, it was just getting a bit too much. I didn't feel anything from my waist downwards, if that makes sense. At that point, it was just too much. They couldn't get him out through forceps. He's crying. I'll be back. Sorry about that. I had to change the baby's nappy. Anyway, they tried forceps, but it didn't succeed. So their last option was to cut me open. Now, bearing in mind, I've never ever had an operation in my whole entire life. 30 years of being on this earth, nearly. I've never had a single operation, only a minor one, but that's about it. So they needed to get Lewis out of my body, purely because being 26 and a bit over hours in active labour, there was a risk to Lewis and there was a risk to me. I delivered Lewis through cesarean, C-section, unfortunately. It wasn't a pleasant experience, as I was awake at that time during the operation. Well, I was awake enough to see Lewis being pulled over the thing. But near at the end, when they were stitching me up, they took forever, and I just started shaking it uncontrollably. I couldn't control it. I lost so much blood that I was to the point where I was in a danger zone, and I could have died according to the doctors. So quite lucky that I'm still here in a way, but I didn't have a great experience delivering Lewis, I've got to be honest. I was in hospital Christmas Eve all day Christmas Day. I didn't get home until 5:30 Christmas Day evening. Lewis was delivered at 7:15 a.m. Christmas Eve, weighing at 8.5 to 9 pounds, I believe. So he was a big baby, and I knew something was not right in me delivering Lewis. I just knew it, and the only person that listened to me was my partner, and it just took forever, even before me being in active labour. The early Latin stages just did not progress at all, and it was stalling after stalling after stalling. I've tried everything to get this labour moving along, as I wanted to have a bit of a normal Christmas. Yeah, it didn't work out the way we wanted to, but hey ho, we're here. The after effects, shall I just say, the after I've had the cesarean, I think they might have hit a nerve in my back, because I'm still shaking uncontrollably. I'm hoping it gets eased. I'm hoping it eases progressively within time. Yeah, it just hasn't been a great experience, I must admit. But Lewis is here. He's safe. I'm still here. I'm safe. I'm recovering. 6 days postpartum, as they say. But it's not what we planned. But hey, it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little birth story. I hope it made sense to you guys. If it doesn't, I do apologise. I'm still recovering, and I think the after effects of the epidural that was drugged into my system is still there. It's not wearing off. I'm still shaking, as I said in the video. I'm stuttering quite a lot, and I'm not thinking straight, so I do apologise if that video has not made any sense. I promise I will make another video making more sense when I'm a bit more with it, but I thought I might want to share my experience with you guys. And yeah, anyway, that's all from me today. I will be uploading one last video of 2022, and that will be up tomorrow evening on New Year's Eve, welcoming my beautiful baby son Lewis William George Hibberd, and other bits and clips of 2022. So I hope you enjoy that video that's coming up tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas, and I'll see you guys in the next year.